Hello guys, it's Tic Tac Tie, and today we are going to be playing Balatro. So let's start a new run. I have already won with the red deck here. I'm going to try to win with the blue deck. I'm not that good at this game as I've only won one time, but we're going to see how this goes. So if you guys don't know how Balatro works, it's kind of a mix of, I think they describe it as a mix of solitaire and poker. So you get a hand and you want to get the most points out of it. So if you look here, you can get a high card, pair, two pair, three of a kind, straight, flush, full house, four of a kind, or straight flush. And then there are different points and multipliers depending on which hand you play. So I like going for flushes, which is all of the same suit. So that's what we're gonna try for here, and we get one. So the flush is 35 chips and a 4 times multiplier, and each card is worth the amount of chips that it is. So that adds on, and now we are at 264 chips, and we need 300 to beat this small blind here. And we can have a full house here, which will get us over the 300 mark, meaning that we beat the small blind here in the first round. So we are currently on ante 1 of 8. If you beat ante 8, that's a win and you can keep going. However, I've only gotten there once. So there are different types of packs, vouchers, and jokers. The jokers are what help you win the game. They're different multipliers. So here I'm going to open up a Buffoon pack, and I get to pick one of these two jokers. So this one is earn $4 if poker hand is a 2 pair. Poker hand changes at the end of round, or a first hand of round is a single 6. Destroy it and create a spectral card. Neither one of these is that great. However, getting money is pretty important so that you can keep buying jokers and upgrading your hand. So I am going to get the duelist joker here. Now, neither one of these ones are that great, so I'm not gonna buy anything there, but I am gonna buy this Arcana pack, which gives me a tarot card, and I can pick which one I want. So I can either get the Tower, which enhances one card into a stone card. I can get the Fool, which creates the last tarot or planet card used. However, I have not used one yet, so I'm not going to be picking the Fool. And this one enhances one card into a steel card. So I think I'm going to use the steel card on the 3. And the steel card, when the card is in your hand, it gives a times 1.5 multiplier. So that is a pretty good one. Here, the next base edition shop joker is free and becomes holographic, and the holographics give a plus 10 multiplier. So I'm going to skip this blind so that we can then get that in our next shop. And I'm going to be playing the boss blind here, which there's -1 hand size, and I need a score of 600 chips to beat it. So looking at this hand, I'm going to try to go for a full house here, which is probably not the best decision. It's probably going to be a little difficult, but let's see if we can get it. And we do in fact get it, and here is our steel card. So you're going to see how that works with the multiplier there. So we get all the chips from the cards, and then the times 1.5 multiplier there. So the chips are the blue, and the multiplier is the red, if you look on the left-hand side of the screen there. So let's see what else we can do. Now this, if it's a 2 pair, so we do have a 2 pair, but that does get rid of the steel card. But I think that is going to be okay here because we do get some money for that. And let's see, that's only 76 points, but we should be able to beat this pretty soon. We get another flush here, although I don't have a jack, so I can't go for a straight, so flush it is. And this will push us over the 600 here. And we have now beaten the first ante. We get some money for finishing it, and for each remaining hand we get $2 out of that as well. This joker is now free and is a holographic, which we get a 10 times multiplier. So first played face card gives a ×2 multiplier when scored. So we're gonna get that since it's free. This joker is pretty good. It doesn't really affect your hand. It's more for the shop. But I'm gonna open these standard packs here. And the standard packs add cards to your deck. So this card is a foil card, so it's plus 50 chips when scored. This one is a lucky card, so there's a 1 in 5 chance for a plus 20 multiplier and a 1 in 15 chance to get $20. But it also has a purple seal, so when it's discarded, it creates a tarot card, and this is just a plain 6 of clubs. So I'm going to get this lucky card and purple seal, 4 of spades, and add it to my deck. Now that does not replace the other 4 of spades that was in my deck, it adds it. So now, instead of having 52 cards in my deck, I now have 53. Get this jumbo pack, and the jumbo pack gives you 5 cards to pick from, but you can only choose one. The normal pack, you get, I think, 3 cards and you pick one, and the mega pack, there's 5 cards and you get to pick 2 of them. Now this ace of spades is a glass card, a polychrome, and a red seal, so this is what I'm going to be picking. The glass card makes it a 2 times multiplier, and there's a 1 in 4 chance of destroying the card. Polychrome makes it times 1.5 multiplier, and the red seal re-triggers the card 1 time. So if we get that in our next hand, you guys can see how that works. Now if we skip this blind, we can get a free spectral pack. So I'm going to skip that, and in the spectral pack, we can either get this card, which destroys a random card in your hand and add 3 random enhanced face cards, or destroy a random card and get 4 enhanced number cards. I'm gonna go for the face cards just because this joker that we have, the first played face card, gives you a ×2 multiplier when scored. So the enhanced cards, let's see, it does get rid of the queen there, but we get 2 queens added. So the enhanced cards are cards like this ace of spades here. So it's just a card that has a different ability. So the lucky card is one, a mult card, a gold card, steel card. So there's all these different types of cards that can be, every card can be enhanced, and there's different types of enhancements. So we're gonna play this next big blind here, and we're gonna see how it goes. So here we have the lucky card with the purple seal. So it creates a tarot card when discarded, but I think I'm going to go for, and I'm going to use it, although we are pretty close to having a flush here with the spade. So I'm going to discard these, and here we can get the flush. So I'm going to go for the ones worth the most points first, and then I'm going to play this 4 of spades there, and let's see if our lucky cards are lucky. So that queen is not, and that 4 actually does give us the 20 coins, and we are able to beat this blind with 1 hand. So we get a good amount of money from that one. We get $12 from that. Now back in the shop, this ancient joker, each played card with diamond suit gives times 1.5 multiplier when scored. This hallucination get 1 in 2 chance to create a tarot card when any booster pack is opened, and these packs down here are the booster packs. Now, multipliers, the times multipliers is how to win the game. Now this one will add 10 since it's a holographic, but the first played face card gives a ×2. And the times is what is good. Adding just adds the 10 to the multipliers, but the multiplying the multipliers actually multiplies it. So that is the good pick there. So before we buy this one, I'm gonna open a jumbo buffoon pack. And maybe we can get it there, but we don't. So 50 chips if the hand contains a pair, +2 multiplier for every $5 you have, 100 chips if there's a straight. First hand of round is a single 6. Destroy it and create a spectral card. So I'm going to get the bootstraps here, so +2 multiplier for every $5 you have. So the more money we get, the more multipliers we will get from that joker, and I am going to buy this other joker and open a standard pack here. Let's see, so this stone card is just 50 chips, it's no rank or suit, and the blue seal creates a planet card for the final poker hand played of round if this is held in your hand. So I don't really like the stone cards. This bonus card is just an extra 30 chips, so I'm gonna go for another lucky card here. And then we can go into the next game. Now we are up to the boss blind here, and all the boss blinds have a different ability. So this one, all spade cards are debuffed, so my spades will not count for anything here. We are very close here with 4 hearts to getting a flush. So we're gonna go for that, and we do get it. And let's see how this does. The king with that joker gets us a ×2 multiplier. And then with the +10 and +6, the fire there means that we have gotten more than what's required. So we have once again beaten it with just one hand. So again, we get $12 here. And let's see if there are any good jokers. Fortune teller can be good, although it's just plus multipliers. And this banana is a +15, but there's a 1 in 6 chance that the card is destroyed. But I'm gonna open these packs here. The celestial pack, so I can pick from these planets. So Pluto level ups high card, Mercury levels up the pair, and Venus levels up a 3 of a kind. So I'm gonna go and level up a pair. So if we play a pair, it will now be upgraded. So instead of 10 and a 2, it is now 25 chips and a ×3 multiplier before even playing the cards. And I am going to go and get this banana joker. So if we skip this, the shop has a free uncommon joker, so I'm actually going to skip that. And this one, I think, gives a mega arcana pack, so I'm going to skip that one too so I can get the pack. And let's see which ones we can pick. This can create 2 random tarot cards. Let's see, which one do we want? I am going to get the Emperor here and create 2 other cards. Converts 3 cards to spades, creates a random joker. So I'm gonna use that. Let's see. I'm gonna get rid of this boot, sell that for $3, and I'm going to use this judgment card to create a random joker. Let's see what we got. Earn $4 at the end of the round, so that is a pretty good joker in the early game to have. Let's see, hearts, mult card, steel card. So I'm gonna use this steel card, but first I do want to convert some cards into spades. Let's see our deck, and we do have 17 spades, which is the most. So let's convert these 3 into spades, so that we have more spades in our deck, and then we can pick these 2 cards here, or I was going to do the steel card actually, so we're gonna go back and turn that 2 of diamonds into a steel card. Now, I've played this game quite a bit, so I know that there is a joker that if you have it, your spades, clubs are considered 1 suit, and the hearts and diamonds are considered 1 suit. So having almost all of 1 suit helps with that, but also makes it easier for flushes, and flushes from what I have seen, is probably an easier way to win, just because of the ×4 multiplier just with level 1, and when you level it up, it can get pretty big. So now, this boss, the first hand is drawn face down, so no matter how we sort this, we're not really gonna know what is what. So what I like to do, you can either sort it by rank or suit, so I like having it sorted by rank, and then I just pick the first 5, and we see what it is. It is a multiplier card, or lucky card, I mean, and it was unfortunately not lucky. And here we get this glass ace of spades. Let's sort this by suit. And it is possible that these two are also spades, but I'm not super sure. So I'm actually just going to discard these 5 and hope to get some spades that I can actually see, which unfortunately we only get 1. So I'm going to discard these 3 here, or these 4 actually, and then again these 3. And now we can play this hand, and I do want let's see what this does, clubs. Unfortunately no clubs, but I want this ace in the back just in case we could have gotten another multiplier so that it does its times multiplier later. So you will see the glass card gives it ×2, and since it has the red seal, it re-triggers again, and we have beaten this boss blind. So we are moving on to ante 4 of 8, which means we have successfully completed 3 of them, and we are almost halfway there now to beating this. Let's see, this one is free, ×4 multiplier every 6 hands played, so that is actually not the greatest, but it's also not that bad either. I'm gonna get rid of this Duelist Joker, since I do have this one, which gives 4 gold at the end of each round, and I'm going to replace it with this loyalty card Joker here, and I'm going to open a Celestial pack, which gives me planets. So Neptune is a straight flush, and then high card in a pair, so I'm going to level up the pair again. I'm probably not going to play that many pairs, but there's a higher chance of me playing a pair than a straight flush. And let's get this jumbo standard pack here, and add another card to our hand. Gonna go for the 6 of clubs, which is a wild card, so it can be considered any suit. And let's start this next round. After defeating the boss blind, gain $25. Right now, money isn't too much of a problem, so I'm not going to skip that, and we will play this blind here. I think we are still sorted by suit. If we sort by hand, we can see that there is a full house that we can play, so that is what we're gonna do. So that is a pretty good starting hand here, which gets us 3,000 points, and we need 500 or 5,000. So we are very close, and I am going to discard these so that we can hopefully get a flush. Let's actually sort these by suit so that we can see it more easily if we get it, and there it is. And this should get us over that 5,000 mark with all these, which it does, and we have beat the small blind for this ante, which means we can go back to the shop and hopefully upgrade our hand just a little bit more. So we get $15 that round, which is very good. So plus 20 multiplier if hand contains 3 or fewer cards, and played cards with diamond suit will give you plus 3. I don't think I want any of these. I only have 11 diamonds in my hand, so not very useful there. So let's open another Celestial pack. I think it's Jupiter that we want, which will give us an upgrade on our flushes, but this Earth giving us an upgrade on the full house will be pretty good too. And let's open the standard pack here. see what else we can add to our. And I'm gonna get this King of Spades there with the red seal there, and we can move on to the next round. Do I want to skip this? The next base edition Joker is free and becomes a foil, which is just plus 50 chips. So it's not the greatest, and in order to get that, I'd have to beat the boss before going to a shop. So I'm just gonna play this and hopefully upgrade our deck and Jokers a little bit before playing against the boss there. Let's discard these, and there we go. We get the flush, and I didn't discard that 2 of diamonds there because it is a steel card, so it gives a times 1.5 multiplier if it stays in your hand. And luckily for us, this Joker gave us a times 1.5 multiplier when every club was scored, and all of those were clubs, which means we easily beat that blind with just one hand again. And we get $17 out of this one. Let's see, Uranus levels up to 2 pairs. The hack re-triggers each 2, 3, 4, or 5, so none of those are very good. Let's get another Celestial pack though. Hopefully we can get the Jupiter, which we don't, but I'm gonna go for another Earth, which is now level 3, and then another Arcana pack. Let's see what we can get from this one. Emperor creates 2 tarot cards. This one doubles the money and converts 3 cards to spades. I think spades is what I was trying to go for, so that is what I'm going to do. Although doubling money is pretty good, but again, with $48, there isn't much more that I need at this point. Let's get into the next round. Decrease level of played poker hand. So it could be a good thing that we didn't get the Jupiter, because if we're playing a lot of flushes, that is not going to work. But we have a straight here, so we're going to play this straight. And I probably should have moved that ace towards the back so that its multipliers could be more useful. But as you can see from the fire there, we have easily beaten this boss. 24,000 points in one hand is pretty good. So we have successfully completed 4 antes, which is halfway. So this is where I'm going to end the video for now, and you guys will have to look out for the next video, but it should not be too long for that to come out. Until then, I've been Tic Tac Ty, you've been you viewer, and this has been Balatro.